Tomodachi Life, Living a Dream. I wanted to give a cheat sheet of the needs that your Miis may have. The Miis do a lot of talking, and sometimes news is shared via breaking news. A lot of times you can see what they need by the thought bubble over their head. So I wanted to go over the most common 8 thought bubbles I've seen since I played the game. The first thought bubble was the yellow squiggly bubble, and I find that means that the Mii has some sort of a need. The need could be as simple as they're hungry, they want something to do for their island, like
My
a
head
bench,
feels all fuzzy
or
inside.
they need help clearing their head via a mini game. Either way, it's something that the Mii needs to be helped with, and they
Help
want
me clear
you
my
as the
mind.
leader to help them with it, or agree to it. Of course, you always have the ultimate say. You could choose not to do it, but it is interesting that those needs pop up. I think the yellow squiggly bubbles are the most
I
common
feel
need.
so much.
The second one I noticed the most is the orange squiggly bubble, which seems to be friendship related. So it's usually when Miis want to be friends with another Mii, or two Miis who are ultra friends want to move into a joint place together. So it seems to all be about friendship. So if you have friendships with other Miis on your island, they may ask for friendship related help.
I want to try living with Max.
The third thought bubble is the green exclamation mark. Now that ends up being a mini game. So the time that I played it, the mini game was called the zoom game. So your Mii will zoom in really close on 3 different objects, and you have to guess what those 3 objects are. If you guess correctly, you get to choose from a prize box. If you mess up on even one of the zoomed in items, you get a consolation prize.
The answer is
The
rose
fourth
cake.
thought bubble is the pink squiggly bubble, and those seem to be about romantic relationships between Miis. So for example, my Mii, Hugh Morrison, had a crush on Max, and he wanted to express his interest to Max in a cutscene. Now, unfortunately, this can go either really well or really poorly. For Hugh Morrison, this cutscene resulted badly. She said she wasn't interested, which then resulted in another thought bubble. Now, this is the only time I've seen this, but the 5th thought bubble I saw was the blue thought bubble, and it had Max's picture in it. So after he got rejected for expressing interest in her as a crush, he still had hope that there was a chance she would be interested back. When I clicked the blue thought bubble with her picture in it, I got the option where he said, should I try again or should I give up? And I chose let him try again. Now the second time around, Max was interested, and then they started liking each other. I don't know if that was going to work every time. There's a chance she could have said no again. But I thought that was interesting that we as a leader get to decide kind of the matches of our Miis on the island. The 6th thought bubble is the purple exclamation mark, and there's usually when there's an accident or illness with one of the Miis. So for example, one of my Miis was frozen and could not move. Now you have a choice to either help them as the leader, and you'll have an invisible hand kind of pop up where you can poke them, push them, pick them up, or you can drag another Mii to help them. It does seem to slightly improve their relationship if you allow the Miis to help each other. And then another example is a Mii that had hiccups, and I again chose to let another Mii help that Mii with the hiccups. I think it improves their relationship, and then they started vibing. So it didn't really make them friends, but it definitely put like something on their radar about the other one. So if you have the choice and there's another Mii close by they have a decent relationship with or trying to have a relationship with, I think you should let another Mii help them. The 7th thought bubble is the Z's thought bubble, which is clearly they're sleeping or dreaming. You get to take a sneak peek at the Mii who's sleeping and watch their dream for a bit. My Mii, her name was Dee, happened to be dreaming about a mysterious, suspicious button. After the dream sequence was over, I found that I was able to get the suspicious button as a treasure that can actually be gifted to other Miis. Now, I haven't tried gifting it to the Mii that had the dream and see if they have a negative response or a positive response, because the dream was actually kind of weird. They were chanting in a circle with other Miis over this button, but they didn't actually push it, and it didn't give me an option as a leader to push it either. And then the last thought bubble, which I only noticed, was the yellow exclamation marks that came up over the Tomodachi restaurant. So the Tomodachi restaurant is unlocked once you reach level 9 on your island, and it's just a restaurant where you can put 2 Miis or several Miis together, and there'll be a cutscene. So I got a yellow exclamation mark when 2 Miis were sitting at a table together, and I was able to see a cutscene of their conversation. I thought that was really cute. Most of this game is about watching the Miis interact with each other and having a little bit of influence over how they interact with each other. But yeah, I just want to make this video. Hope it was helpful so you can prioritize what needs to fulfill when you're helping your Miis on your island. Let me know in the comments below if I missed any.